Hello everyone, this is Samurai12 here, coming at you with the very first video for our new series, the tutorial for the World Warship Blitz. And today we'll be discussing some of the icons that we have located on this menu screen itself. The very first one are the container boxes. So some of you may be wondering like, oh, how come I have so many of these? And these available containers are mainly used for upgrading your ships, which we'll later on discuss about. And you have three categories. You have the gunboat blueprint container, which are used for your BBs, battleships, or your cruisers. And torpedo ship blueprint can also apply to cruisers and destroyers itself. And aircraft carrier blueprint, which applies to aircraft carriers itself too. And on the bottom right portion, as you can see, there is a flashing white light on the light blue box with a plus button. That's where you can just watch a video and get a free container. And mainly you can get containers by playing matches and gaining XP along the side. Now, as we can see here, there is a bookmark with the flashing LED light, and that is the missions tab, so make sure to click on that. And once you click on the missions, each day we are all given a certain amount of missions. If you already completed the weekly missions, it will then be refreshed within 14 hours. And within the daily missions itself, currently I have the first mission, which is costs 15,000 HP of damage with torpedoes. And if I do complete it, then I get 10 medals, which are used for unlocking the crate on the bottom section below with the anchor icon on the side of it. And I can also get 20 blitz points, which are then used to unlock other certain rewards as well. Now, some of you may be asking like, how do I activate it and how do I deactivate it? So what I would first do, let's say if I want to activate Win 2 battles. So I will click on Win 2 battles. Then there is a replace and activate button. What I want to do now is click on the activate button, and now the mission is there in place. However, if I want to deactivate it, let's say I don't want to do this anymore and it's too much hassle to go through, then what I'll do is I'll click on Win 2's battles, then I'll just click on the deactivate button. And not to mention, there are certain rewards that you get. So for instance, if I won 2 battles, then I get 15k silver, 10 oil, which we'll later discuss in our other videos, and the level 1 or booster 1 free XP, which you can then use to gain more XP throughout your matches. And also, not to mention, keep in mind as we go back to Win 2 battles, you see how there are the ship tier, ship nation, and ship type. Keep in mind that sometimes there are some restrictions for it. It depends, and there are certain events that will have these missions as well, which would restrict the ship type and also the ship tier. So make sure to follow those guidelines, and so that you can then gain those rewards. And underneath mission, there is a daily login, which you will get a certain reward each day that you log in. So, and there are 30 days, so and if you log in within 30, log in each day for 30 days, then you get a gift each day. For example, since I already received the 10k silver as of today, then it will just be check mark. But tomorrow, you can get 2 daily containers if I log in tomorrow. Now the third one is career missions. Career missions can imply gaining rewards, or is more of like achievements. So basically, if I won 25 battles in rank up, or right now 50, then I will get 250k silver, 10 silver boost 3, and 8 containers to sell. But I have to complete those. And not to mention about it, and how do we get to those modes? Some of you may be asking, and I too was kind of confused. I was like, what? How do I even get to there? So I'll go ahead and go back real quick. Now, we can see on the center line, or the center of the menu, it says random battles. And on the right side, there shows 2 flanking arrows. That's where we want to click on. So click on the 2 flanking arrows, and we can see there are random battles, ranked battles, and division battles. Ranked battles come in once every month, and they last for 3 days. And it solely depends on your performance and how well you do. That then helps you elevate throughout the ranks. So we have bronze, silver, gold, diamond, and then master. And it solely depends on your teammates, because I struggle with it. Because when I was in Gold Division 5, I was hoping I could break out of Gold Division 5, and all of a sudden I got into a series of matches where it was just complete deadlock for some reason, and we end up losing at least 3 in a row and end up being demoted back to Gold Division 4. And it happened more than 10 matches where I was just so close to getting to Diamond 1, and all of a sudden just being dragged down to just basically Gold Division 4 again. And I'm not saying that Gold Division is bad, but at the same time, I just feel like I'm just stuck in the rut. And as the saying goes for League of Legends, like Wood Division 5 or Wood Division 1, that's where it was. That's where I was at that time. And I think a lot of the players also feel the same way as I do, because they're just some people who are just really stubborn and they just don't want to listen where the commands in some ways, because you know that, let's say for example, you know that there's gonna be 3 or 4 battleships on point A, and then there are just point B and point C that are still available for us to capture the point, and they still go for point A, and next thing you know, they get obliterated, and now you're short by maybe 1 or 2 people, which you need to have the whole team stick together in order for you to win, not just like by individuals. Sometimes individuals can carry the team, however, that is a really slim chance of winning. That's why I always recommend sticking together. Sometimes I might go a little bit hayward, which meaning that sometimes I would go dive in, even though I know that there might be a slim chance I can at least sink 1 or 2. If it sinks 1 or 2 ships, at least it will then alleviate some of the pressure from my teammates in some ways. However, I know that is somewhat of a selfish thinking, and it's better to cooperate with your teammates itself. So getting back to it, we have underneath is a battle versus AI, and we have campaigns and training room. Training room, you can go access there anytime you want. Mainly you can battle with your friends, and you can do duels. I've seen many people who have tried out duels. They would say 1v1 me and so forth, and I can see that happening. And there are campaigns you can use. Campaigns itself, where it's more of like a story mode sort of situation. You're fighting against the AIs, and then you get certain set of rewards. And then there's battle versus AI. So battle versus AI is a good place to start, especially when you want to get a feel of how you're aiming, how to aim, and also how to cooperate with teammates in some ways. As we go back here, last but not least, for this video, we're gonna check on how to change the scenery. Sometimes I find the scenery kind of dull because I've been looking at the same thing for more than a week or two. So how do I do so? By clicking on the anchor icon located right next to the bookmark or missions on the right hand side, click on the port itself. Once you click on port, you have a variety of options or a variety of sceneries. The first three are given to you for free: port, ocean, and naval base. Those are the three that are given to you. And however, with an exception for New York. New York, for some reason, you have to pay 500 gold in order to unlock that. Even if you got a tier 6 American ship and above, you still won't unlock it. However, for the other rest of the sceneries, for example, let's say if I want to unlock Toronto, I would need a tier 6 Italian ship or above in order to then unlock it. At this moment, I don't have any tier 6 for Italy, for the Italian fleets. However, the other rest, like for instance Marseille, Hamburg, Zipangu, London, St. Petersburg, and Hawaii, that is what I have. But other than that, it's always good to change the scenery from time to time, especially since it does get dull within less than a week or even more than a week. So it depends on your preference. I like Marseille. It just reminds me of my hometown in some ways. Port setting, you have the hills surrounding in the background and calm waves crashing into the boats. Except for the tall sailing ships. I haven't seen those in a while. Fleet Week should be coming up, and I'm hoping to see those by that time. However, as always, I hope this video helps some of you, and please let me know on the comment section below as to what you want to know, and also how I can help improve these videos. Thank you so much for your time. Please like and subscribe, and as always, peace out.